各位佛友，大家上午好。
Good morning, all Dharma friends.
我们继续讲这个升起次第的修法。
We are going to continue learning about generation stage practice today.
然后我们昨天给大家介绍了这个关于升起次第的一些相关的密宗的见解。
Yesterday, we covered some relevant concepts that are relevant to the view in tantric practice.
因为这些见解首先我们不了解的话，这个升起次第的修法修起来可能有些时候有点问题，有点心理上的障碍。
The reason being that if we don't understand these concepts or this view to begin with, then in the course of our practice we may encounter some problems such as psychological obstacles and so forth.
然后今天上午我们就讲这个升起次第它本身的一些它的修法的一些内容。还有就是他的一些就为什么要这么修等等今天上午我们就给大家介绍这方面的内容。
So what I will be talking about this morning is the actual content of generation stage practice, including the purposes of that different aspects of the practice are directed to.
然后下午的时候呢，我们然后就讲这个升起次第的一些具体的一些修行的方法。
And this afternoon, I will be teaching about actual specific generation stage practice.
然后这个升起次第呢，我们修这个密宗里面的这些各种各样的本尊的修法，都要用这个升起次第来修。
So in tantric practice, when we engage in meditation on various different deities or idam, we need to follow the procedure of generation stage practice.
首先密法里面为什么有这个升起次第和圆满次第比如说我们佛教的大乘佛教的这个修法全部可以归纳为两种，一个是机制另外一个就是升观智和观这个里面大乘佛教的所有的这些修法都可以归纳。
So first we need to gain an understanding of why it is that we engage in generation and completion stage practices. If we look at the contents of Mahayana practices, it's possible to distill them into two types of practice. The first being calm abiding meditation or shamatha meditation. The second being insight meditation or vipassana meditation.
同样的我们在密法里面呢昨天我们也讲过了，所有的修心就可以归纳为两个，一个是升起次第，另外一个就是圆满次第。
So just as it's possible to distill all Sutric practice methods into these two categories. In the Tantric tradition, as we saw yesterday, it is possible to classify all the practices into two kinds, generation stage practice and completion stage practice.
密法它也讲止和观密法里面也有止和观但是呢它为什么要讲这个升起次第和圆满次第呢？就是因为快速的达到这个目标，所以他就在密法里面呢给我们提供了一个 就在显宗里面我们看不到的一个方法，找不到的一个方法。
The tantric vehicle also emphasizes shamatha and vipassana. Why then does it provide us with the practices of generation stage and completion stage practice? The reason is that these two practice approaches enable us to achieve these practice goals more rapidly than in the sutric vehicle. So the tantric vehicle provides us with practice methods that are lacking or non-existent in the sutric vehicle.
因为我们对这个世界或者是对我们可以说我们对这个世界有两个错误的理解然后为了针对这两个错误的理解，就有升起次第的修法和圆满次第的修法。
We could say that in respect to the phenomenal world, we have two kinds of mistaken understandings, and it's in respect or to deal with these two mistaken understandings that we have the two different practice approaches of the generation stage and completion stage.
两个错误的理解错觉。第一个我们看起来这个世界就是一个很不公平的，然后就是很不清净的有各种各样的比如说战争瘟疫饥渴还有就是各种各样，比如说我们外面的这个环境也是不太，比如说相比之下像西方极乐世界这样子，相比之下是一个不清净的我们的感官看起来这个世界就是这样子。
The first mistaken perception or mistaken understanding is the perception that the external world around us is unjust, unfair, impure. Many things such as wars, famines, disease, etc. occur. And so at the level of the perception of our sensory faculties, the world around us seems much more impure, say, compared to that of Amitabha's Pure Land.
然后升起次第就是通过升起次第的修法改变我们对这个世界的这种错误的理解升起次第把这个世界观想为佛的坛城这样子以后呢我们通过这个升起次第的修法就能够看得到这个世界的本质它的本来的这个它的真相也就是这个最后的这个清净的佛的插图。
So as a result of this, we rely on generation stage practice to transform our mistaken perception of the external world into a perception whereby we see it as the mandala of the deity. And this, by visualizing in this manner, we are enabled to perceive the world around us in its original state or in its fundamental essence, and that is as a pure Buddha realm.
这个方面呢，因为我们今天时间的关系就来不及讲很多的这个理论，但是可以给大家推荐几本书。
On this point, because we don't have so much time this morning, I can't go into it in many depth. However, there are a few texts that I can recommend to you.
第一个是宁玛巴的大成就者这个荣宗班智达荣宗巴荣宗班智达他的著作里面就针对这方面的一些专注非常好的非常 讲得非常透彻，讲得非常清楚的，就这么荣宗把他的著作里面有这么几个论点这个我不知道有没有英文版如果有的话这是非常好的。
The first would be several of the main treatises by the great Nyingma realizer and scholar Rungzompa. His exposition of these points is extremely penetrating and clear and very accessible. So there are several texts in his overall oeuvre that would be very good to read. I am not sure if they do exist in English, but if they do, they would be something I would recommend.
然后根据这个荣宗把和莲花生大师的一些伏藏的这个观点，然后就龙钦巴的这个大幻化王的这个解释里面就把这个莲花生大师和荣宗巴的这个他们的主要的核心的思想解释的非常非常清楚，这个已经有英文版大家可以看，也是非常非常讲得特别清楚的。
And then, on the basis of Rungzomba's thought, as well as several treasures that were revealed by Guru Rinpoche, the work of Lungchenpa, and particularly his commentary on the Gyuyugaba Tantra, contains a very clear exposition of these points, and this is available in English and would be something good to read.
然后莲花生大师的，还有就是这个荣宗班智达的还有这个龙钦巴的，这全部的这个精华体验了以后，然后这个梅旁仁波切的大幻化王的这个解释这个已经有了中文版，也有这个英文版。那光明藏这个里面呢讲得非常清楚，跟前面的几个都还比前面的几个都清楚。
And in addition to the foundation of Guru Rinpoche's treasures, Rungzomba's work, Lungchenpa's commentaries, we have the work or the writing of Mirpam Rinpoche, who essentially extracted the essence of all these three great masters and presented a very clear exposition on the Gyuyugaba Tantra. And this is contained in his work, The Treasury of Clear Light. And this is, in fact, the most clear exposition that exists, is more clear than the three previously mentioned masters.
然后吴国光这个龙钦巴的这个叫做前处释放的黑暗，就是修居门色。
Yeah, and then Lungchenpa's Dispelling the Darkness in the 10 Directions is another text.
你讲过没办法这个的啦，你我是讲过的光明藏没办法记得，我们可能大家很多人知道。
And Lama Mipam's Treasury of Clear Light is another especially recommended text.
这几本书里面把这个升起次第的一些非常非常重要的问题讲得很清楚，大家最好阅读学习。
So in each of these texts, the process of generation stage practice is explained extremely clearly, and these are texts that everyone would do well to read carefully and study carefully.
然后第二个我们对这个世界的另外一个错误的理解，就是我们认为这个世界不仅仅是这样子的不清净的而且这个不清净的这个世界是真实的，我们把它当真实的世界所以就对它有各种各样的执着为了打破这个执着 就是为了针对这个问题，然后就出现了这个圆满次第的修法。
And the second mistaken understanding or perception that we have regarding the phenomenal world is not just that it's impure, but that it is inherently existing. And on this basis, we develop many different kinds of attachments to different kinds of things. And so it's with a view to eliminating these attachments that we have completion stage practice.
然后这些升起次第和圆满次第的这个修法就是有两个体系两个体系，这叫做观嘛和dharma就是伏藏，伏藏就是像莲花上大师伏藏的一些很多的法就叫做 dharma 就是伏藏品另外一个叫观嘛就是这个金刚持然后就是除了这些伏藏的东西以外像莲花上大师呀，或者是其他的这些密法其他的这些大师，或者是释迦牟尼佛他自己亲口讲的，像十轮金刚这一类的就叫做观嘛，就是这个佛讲的密法。
So within generation stage and completion stage practice, we can also say that we have two separate systems. The first of these is the Ter or the Terma tradition, and the teachings that correspond with this. And then secondly, we have the lineage of oral transmission. And this contains the teachings of Guru Rinpoche and other great masters. It includes the Shakyamuni Buddha's Kalachakra Tantra and other tantric teachings imparted by the Buddha himself.
然后这个 dharma 伏藏就把这个观嘛佛的这个密法，佛讲的密法里边讲的这些内容就把它弄成一个非常规范的一个仪轨那么这个就是我们今天很多地方发挥的时候大家诵的这个仪轨这些多数都是 dharma 伏藏品。
Within the Terma tradition, we have many liturgies or many sadhana which have essentially taken much of the content from the lineage of oral transmission and presented it in the form of a sadhana. So when we take part in different Dharma assemblies and the like, often the liturgy that we are reciting belongs to this class, the Terma tradition.
我们今天给大家介绍一个这个观嘛和 dharma 结合的一个升起次第的修法。
And what I'd like to introduce today is a practice method that combines both Terma and oral lineage or karma approaches.
首先这个我们要先了解三种这个三摩地三种这个禅定，也就是三种三摩地。
First, we need to gain an understanding of the three samadhis.
我们修升起次第的时候这个三个三摩地，三种三摩地是它的框架它的框架所有的升起次第的修法都在这三个这个三摩地下面去修，所以它是整个的这个升起次第的一个框架。
So these three samadhis essentially form the framework of generation stage practice. So all of the content that corresponds with generation stage practice falls within the structure of these three samadhis.
首先我们第一个这个不管是哪一个这三个禅定当中的哪一个禅定 或者是整个的这个升起次第啊，它的作用，它的主要的这个目标是把这个不清净的这个世界啊，让我们明白它是清净的啊，就是把这个不清净的世界，把它转化为清净的世界啊，这个是这三个这个三摩地的总的目标。
So regardless of which samadhi we are speaking about, or indeed the entirety of generation stage practice, we need to bear in mind that the main purpose of this practice is to transform our impure perceptions of the phenomenal world into an understanding or a perception of a pure perception, an understanding of its pure nature.
然后这个 Dharma 伏藏品里面的这些所有的这些依归所有的这些依归，就是根据这个三个三摩地变的这个依归。
And within the Dharma tradition, all of the sadhanas and liturgies are composed in accordance with this framework of three samadhis.
三个三摩地，三种三摩地三摩地跟这个灯翅是一个意思然后藏语里面就叫做当印真，就这两个是一个意思。三摩地是印度梵文的音译，然后等持是它的意义实际上就是一个意思。
So Khenpo was just clarifying the terminology there. The word for samadhi in Chinese is 等持, and that has exactly the same meaning as samadhi. And in Tibetan, the word for samadhi is dingedzin, which has the meaning of meditative absorption, and that is the same meaning as samadhi. So essentially these words all mean the same thing.
三个三摩地当中的第一个三摩地叫做正如等持，或者是正如三摩地。
So the first samadhi is the samadhi of suchness.
那么在这个地方的真如它指的是什么呢？它指的是万事万物的本质。
So suchness here refers to the fundamental essence of every single kind of phenomena.
万事万物的本质又是什么呢？第一万事万物的本质是空性这是第一。第二，万事万物的本质就是佛性如来藏那么真如在这个地方我们可以理解为空性和如来藏。
So what then is the fundamental nature of all phenomena? Well, the first attribute is emptiness, and the second attribute is Buddha nature. So we can understand suchness here as meaning these two things.
然后空性和这个如来藏我们用两个不同的名词来表达描述但是实际上空性即是如来藏如来藏也就是空性实际上这两个也是无二无别一体。
So in terms of this fundamental nature, we use two terms to describe it, emptiness and Buddha nature. But in actual fact, Buddha nature is emptiness and emptiness is Buddha nature. The two are inseparable from each other and together form the same thing.
然后我们修升起次第的时候，先是皈依和发心皈依发心之类的，还有一些除了皈依和发心以外的一些这个修法 这些修法做完了以后呢，然后开始修空心修空心，按住在进入这个空心的状态。
So when we do generation stage practice, we begin with refuge, aspiration, and some other preliminary procedures or stages in the sadhana, and then we move on to the to emptiness practice. And at this point, we abide in a state of emptiness.
为什么要修空心呢？修生起次第之前要修空心呢？因为佛教认为万事万物都从空心当中诞生，然后呢，空心当中存在最后消失的时候呢，它也会这个消失于空心当中，所以万事万物都离不开空心，所以呢，先修空心，然后在空心当中一步一步的修生起次第。
So why is it before we commence with our generation stage practice in earnest that we first meditate on emptiness? The reason for this is that all phenomena are considered to arise from emptiness and exist in emptiness. When they cease to exist, they also dissolve into a state of emptiness. And so therefore, all phenomena are inseparable from emptiness. This is the reason when we begin our practice, we begin by meditating on emptiness, and then one step at a time commence with our generation stage practice.
因为这个时间和空间所有的东西都离不开这个空心所以先大概就是几分钟的时间修一修这个空心。那么这个复藏的这些仪轨里面修这个空心，它有专门的这个仪轨的里面的词我们边念这个词然后边修空心。
So given that time, space, etc. are all inseparable from emptiness, before we begin our generation stage practice, we begin with a few minutes of meditating on emptiness. And the sadhanas in the Tenma tradition provide us with words to recite while we are doing this meditation.
先修空心先修空心，开始的时候修空心，然后呢，最后这个生起次第结束的时候又修一个空心，然后前后都修空心，然后整个的这个生起次第就夹在这个空心的中间这个意思就是说，我们在生起次第当中所修的一切不管是佛菩萨以及佛的这个贪嗔，所有都是离不开空心，都是离空心是无二无别的。就是为了表达这个意思开始的时候修空心，最后的时候也要修空心。
So we begin our practice with some meditation on emptiness, and we also conclude our generation stage practice with meditation on emptiness too. So what this means is that the entirety of our generation stage meditation is suspended in the middle of emptiness. And what this means, or what this conveys or intends, is that everything we visualize during our generation stage practice, whether it be Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, the deity of the mandala, etc., are all inseparable from emptiness. And so it is to express this that we begin with meditation on emptiness and finish with this meditation on emptiness too.
然后除了这个内容以外密法的升起次第的这个空心，它有另外一个作用，另外一个特殊的作用。
And aside from this meaning or intended function, there's also another reason why we meditate on emptiness in the course of generation stage practice.
那特殊的这个作用是这个整个的升起次第的每一个环节每一个环节都有一个它的升起次第的特殊的作用。
Or rather, aside from the meditation on emptiness, every other phase or stage during our generation stage practice also has its own particular special function.
然后这三个特殊的作用，就是我们看到的第一个叫做清净。
The first of these special or specific functions is purification.
然后第二对，就这个第二就是圆满。
The second is perfection.
第三就是成熟。
The third is ripening.
每一个升起次第的环节都有这三个作用。
So every phase or every step of our generation stage practice possesses these three functions.
然后我们要知道这三个，我们刚才讲的前面有三种这个三摩地三种等持三摩地，它每一个三摩地都有这三个作用。
So as we just mentioned, the three samadhis, each of the samadhi has these three purposes or functions.
然后可以这么讲我们前面讲的三种等持是它的针对的这个目标是什么呢？清净的方面是佛的法身、报身和化身不清净的方面是我们的人的死亡、中阴和下意识的投生就这三个，有6个清净的方面有三身，佛的法身、报身这个化身。然后不清净的，从我们的轮回的角度看的话，那么就有这个人的死亡、中阴和这个投生这三个先讲这几个然后我就讲把他们之间的关系。
So within the three samadhis, there are, or the three samadhis address themselves to three pure aspects, which include the Dhammakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and the Nimanakaya. They also address themselves to three impure aspects, which are death, the post-death bardo state, and then the birth of a new being. These latter three states are considered impure from a samsaric perspective.
好，这些内容里面呢，有一些非常深奥的，也有一些非常重要的这个内容，希望大家专心。
So, with regards to these 6 aspects, and particularly the last 3, their content is very important, and I would like everyone to listen carefully.
首先，这个正入等持是针对人的死亡。
So the first samadhi, the samadhi of suchness, corresponds to the death of a being.
然后这个第二个现位灯炽，这个就是针对人的中阴。
And the second samadhi, the samadhi of illumination, corresponds with the post-death bardo state.
然后第三个隐尾灯炽这个是针对人的投身。
And the third samadhi, the samadhi of cause, corresponds with birth.
那么它针对这个人的死亡和中阴和投身针对什么呢？它要做什么呢？
So when we say that these samadhis correspond with death, bardo, and birth, what does that actually mean? What do they do?
做什么我们就要看这个地方首先第一个空心我们刚才讲的这个正如这个灯炽，也就是修空心。空心就把我们的人的死亡就清净，变得清净。不清净的时候就是人的死亡然后通过这个灯炽就把它转化为这个首先是清净把人的死亡清净了消除了。我们可以这样子理解首先先把这个翻译了。
So the first samadhi, the samadhi of suchness, entails meditation on emptiness. And what this serves to do is to purify the negative karma associated with death. So before death, before we engage in this samadhi, death is impure. The function of this samadhi, though, is to render it pure or to purify it.
生起次第我们可以说它好比是学生用的铅笔学生用的铅笔一头是橡皮胶它把写错的东西可以删掉抹掉。然后呢另外一个是铅笔，它可以重新写一个东西。
We can liken generation stage practice to a pencil with an eraser on one end. So with the eraser, we're able to rub out scribblings or writing that was there to begin with. And then with the pencil tip, we are able to inscribe new things.
好，我们用这个橡皮胶我们曾经写错的东西，就是我们的死亡把它抹掉了以后就清净了。
So what we do here is erase the mistaken things in the past. At the level of the samadhi of suchness, we are primarily erasing death, and in so doing, purifying it.
他把写错的东西擦掉了以后就是清净了。那么这个我们的第一个灯池这个第一个灯池真如灯池，它就像一个橡皮胶一样，把我们曾经写错的这个死亡那么这个就擦掉了以后呢，以后不再发生了。
So rather than to erase the wrong things that we've done in the past, it should be to erase the things that we've written incorrectly in the past. So the samadhi of suchness serves to erase our death and purify it such that it won't occur again.
好，我们用铅笔的另一头橡皮胶把写错的东西擦掉了以后呢，然后我们用这个笔的另外一头就是铅笔再写一个正确的字，那么这个就是第二个圆满
So when we take the eraser end of the pencil and rub out what was there, and then we flip the pencil over and write now correct words with the pencil tip of the pencil, we have the second function there, perfection.
写错的字是什么？是死亡。
So when we talk about the words that were incorrectly written, this is an analogy for death.
相比较是什么就是这个第一个三摩地，真如三摩地。
And the eraser is an analogy for the first samadhi, the samadhi of suchness.
然后我们重新写了一个正确的字正确的字，这个就是三身，佛的三身当中的法身。
And when we talk about writing correct words in the place of the words that were rubbed out, what we are doing here is this is a reference to the Dharmakaya.
然后通这个，比如说写错的字通过这个铅笔的两头把它变成了以后，变成了一个正确的字最终就是把它变成了一个正确的字。
So we use both ends of the pencil in order to write what are ultimately correct words on the page.
通过这个圣气次第，它现在就是这支笔，铅笔。
So generation stage practice we can compare to a pencil like this.
这个铅笔它既可以擦又可以写。
This pencil has two functions. It's able to erase things and it's also able to write things.
圣气次第，它可以擦掉，清净了，又可以重新写一个圆满。
So generation stage practice is able to function likewise. It's able to purify and it's also able to perfect.
这样子以后呢，这个第一个灯池圣气次第三个灯池里面，三个三摩地里面的第一个三摩地就是把我们的死亡让它变成佛的法身。
So the first samadhi enables us to transform our death into the Dharmakaya of a Buddha.
大家明白了吗？
Does everybody get this point?
好，圣气次第就是一支铅笔。
So the generation stage practice is essentially a pencil.
对，我们的死亡就是一个写错了的一个错字、错别字。
And our death is essentially a mistakenly written word.
那把它擦掉了以后呢，铅笔的另一头我们再写一个正确的字。
And so we can rub out this mistaken word and then turn the pencil over and write a correct one in its place.
正确的字就是法身。
And that correct word is Dharmakaya.
好，就是这样子。好，这样子以后呢，第三个成数成数的意思就是说，比如说我们念完了这个小学的时候我们的智慧和我们的这个知识慢慢的成熟了，离大学越来越近。
And in terms of the third function of generation stage practice, ripening, we can liken this to the way that when we finish, by the time we finish primary school, our level of knowledge and wisdom is becoming increasingly close to that of a university level.
然后这个成数就是我们升起次第完了以后，这个是圆满次第 先修升起次第，然后再修圆满次第。那么升起次第修好了，我们离这个圆满次第越来越近，越来越近。我们的知识逐渐的成熟了。那么修了这个升起次第的时候，我们的见解修行的境界越来越成熟，越来越成熟，离这个圆满次第越来越近所以第三个它的作用就是成熟。
So through our generation stage practice, it is just like this, gradually maturing our state of knowledge and understanding. We can say that through generation stage practice, our view as well as our level of realization becomes gradually closer to that of the level of completion stage practice.
为什么升起次第修完了还要这个修圆满次第呢？因为升起次第我们观想了很多很多的佛菩萨佛的坛城但是这些都不是最究竟的最彻底的这个佛的坛城。
So why is it after we have done generation stage practice that it's then necessary for us to move on to completion stage practice? The reason for this is that the various things that we visualize in generation stage practice, whether it be Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, mandalas of deities, and so on, are not the most ultimate form or level of the deity mandala.
因为铅笔他写的字虽然是他写了一个正确的字但是呢因为毕竟这是铅笔写的，所以呢他最终还是靠不住的，因为铅笔写的东西过一段时间以后就会慢慢会消失的。
And the reason for this is that even though a pencil is able to write correct words on the page, ultimately it is just a pencil and therefore it's not completely reliable. Gradually the words that are written on the page will fade and disappear.
所以现在要找到一个永久的永恒的不会消失的这样子的字这个只能圆满次第才能够做得到。
So what we need to do is find a way of writing the words that is permanent and eternal and won't disappear. And this is something that only completion stage practice is able to accomplish.
所以升起次第之后还要修圆满次第。
So this is the reason why we need to do completion stage practice after generation stage practice.
这个就是我们的第一个等持的三个不同的这个效果清净、圆满、成熟。
So that what I've just covered is the three results of the first samadhi. So the three results being purification, perfection, and ripening.
好，然后我们现在再回到这个三种等持的第二个等持。
So we're going to return now to the second samadhi, the samadhi of illumination.
第二个等持呢我们这个修升起次第的时候，空心修完了以后，紧接着然后就是为天下所有的众生还没有证悟这个空心的这些众生修对他们修慈悲心、菩提心这个就紧接着修菩提心和慈悲心这个叫做显微等持，这是第二。
So the second samadhi entails during our generation stage practice, after we have meditated on emptiness, we then cultivate compassion for all sentient beings who have not yet realized emptiness themselves. So this entails the cultivation of compassion.
然后这个第二个禅定等持是针对什么呢？针对人的中印这也是我们刚才讲的这个钱币一支钱币一样的，这个我们不需要每一个都要解释，刚才已经给大家讲清楚了。现在第二个等持，它要擦掉的、要抹掉的是人的中阴死亡之后就是中阴，人的中阴。
So the second samadhi, the samadhi of illumination, corresponds with the post-death bardo state. And again, we can use the analogy of a pencil to say that what the second samadhi tends to purify or erase is precisely the period between death and rebirth.
然后人的中阴清净了以后，就把人的中阴就转化为佛的报身佛的报身这是这个我们的第二个这个等持的作用。
And in purifying the post-death bardo state, the second samadhi is able to transform it into the sambhogakaya. So this is the purpose of the second samadhi.
成数这个跟刚才我们讲的是一样的，就是成数这个修圆满次第。
And the ripening is the same as with the first samadhi. The process of ripening brings us to a point where we're able to practice completion stage practice.
然后第三个等持第三个等持叫做淫尾等持，然后淫尾等持它就针对人的投身。
The third samadhi is the samadhi of cause, and this corresponds with the birth of a being, birth.
然后这个从一个人从投生到临终之间的整个的这个一生就是临终就投生到临终之间的这个一辈子。
And it corresponds with the period of a lifetime from the moment of birth until the moment of death.
然后这个也是我们刚才讲的一样首先这个第三个这个等持它可以擦掉、抹掉或者是清净掉我们的这个从投生到临终之间的所有的这些轮回。
And so, as with the previous two samadhis, the third samadhi also enables us to erase or purify. And what it purifies is the karma of cyclic existence from the period of birth until the moment of birth until the moment of death.
然后这个清净了以后呢，圆满，它圆满什么呢？就是佛的化身就是我们从投生到临终之间的所有的轮回把它转化为佛的化身第二这个化身圆满，就是把它转化了这个佛的化身就圆满了。
And in terms of ripening, the third samadhi, through its purification, enables us to transform the period from the moment of death until the moment of birth until the moment of death into the Nirmanakaya of a Buddha.
那么这样子以后呢，这三个等持就涵盖了我们的整个的轮回轮回就是死亡、中阴、投生， 然后又下一个又是死亡中阴投生，又是死亡中阴投生，除了这三个以外没有轮回，所以这三个等持就涵盖了所有的轮回。
So these three samadhis encompass the entirety of cyclic existence. Cyclic existence is nothing other than death, the post-death bardo state, and rebirth. Many times over and over again, there is cyclic existence is nothing but this. And so the three samadhis encompass this whole of cyclic existence.
然后这个第三个等持的这个修法，我们要这个修法就比较多我们要进一步的给大家介绍。
So as to engaging in the practice of these three samadhis, the content is somewhat, the content is quite full, and I would like to continue with introducing this.
好，现在我们对圣弃次第有了一个这个初步的概念我们明白了圣弃次第是把我们人的死亡和中阴，还有就是下意识投生，把它转化为佛的法身和报身和化身的就这么一个修法这样子以后呢，我们基本上就明白了圣弃次第是什么意思为什么要修，它的作用是什么大家简单初步的就了解了。
So through this we've gained a basic understanding of generation stage practice and its intended purposes. So we understand that through that generation stage practice encompasses our death, bardo state, and rebirth in the next life, and enables us to transform these into the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya of the Buddha. So it's a practice that is oriented to achieving this outcome. So in grasping this, we have a basic understanding of generation stage practice.
好，现在给大家解释一下这三个等持的字面的这个名词的意义。
What I'd like to talk a little bit about now is the actual meaning of the different terms, the names of each of these samadhis.
第一个真如，大家基本上清楚了，我们刚才已经讲过了，就是空性和这个佛性叫做真如。这个就是因为万事万物的本性，所以叫做真如。
So the first one we've already covered, as we noted, suchness here refers to emptiness and Buddha nature. And the reason for this is that all phenomena in their fundamental essence are precisely emptiness and Buddha nature. So this is the first samadhi.
这个真如它就像一个灯泡一样灯泡或者是一盏灯或者是太阳一样的一个光源。然后呢，这个光源比如说灯泡它就会发射出光发光。那么发光里面就有两个，一个是显微，一个是这个隐微，就这两个。显微现在是显微显微是我们将空性和现象是离不开的空性和现象是离不开的。空性有它的现象现象有它的空性，这两个是离不开的。所以现象我们现在开始讲这个真如是空性然后开始讲这个现象。那么现象的时候呢，显微刚才我们讲的时候，它具体的修法是一个慈悲心慈悲心一个慈悲心。那么就是说这个生起次第的 升起次第的所有的现象啊，这个以这个慈悲心涵盖了这个所有的现象，也就是说，升起次第里面的万事万物，任何一个东西都跟慈悲心离不开的就这个意思，所以叫做现为现象的意思啊。
So, when we were previously speaking about the meditation on compassion, what is to be understood here is that all phenomena, all of the visualizations, the appearances that manifest during our meditation are indivisible or inseparable from emptiness. And so, so this is one aspect of our practice.
可以这么讲简单的说一下，大家知道水母电音知道吧？水母电音就是它的屏幕是水。
So another way of putting this would be to use the analogy of a movie that is projected on a screen that's made of water.
知道吧？什么叫水母电音？
Does everybody know this kind of film or projection method?
水母电音它可以看到人，或者是还有建筑物，还有这个大自然，它也可以看到很多很多的东西。
So in a water screen movie, one is able to perceive many things: people, buildings, nature, etc.
所有都是离不开水。
But all of these appearances are inseparable from water.
这个明白吗？大家
Does everybody understand this idea?
水母电影大家看过吗？有多少人看过？举个手。
Anyone who has seen a water screen movie, please raise your hand.
不是很多，我看过很多水母电影。
Not so many people, apparently. Khenpo himself has seen a lot of water screen movies.
水母电影，我们的一般的电影，对吧？就是用这样子的屏幕白色的屏幕，但是水母电影它没有这样子的屏幕。
So the water screen movie, the normal conventional films are projected on a screen like this, but with water screen movies, they are projected onto water.
然后我们的电脑上面看电影，这是电脑的电子屏幕，然后水母电影也没有这样子的屏幕。
So if we watch a movie on a computer, we are watching it on the computer screen, but there's no such screen when you watch a water screen movie.
然后水母电影呢，就是很多的水管喷出来的水然后这些水在空间的时候，这个电影打到这些水分子上面，然后我们水的点点滴滴上，然后就看得出一个景象这就是水母电影。
A water screen movie is when a whole lot of pipes project water into the air, and the particles of water form a screen on which the film image is projected.
我专门去看这个水母电影，然后去了解，因为这个我讲课需要这个。
Khenpo went to see a water screen movie and sought to gain an understanding of water screen movies, especially because he thought he would need to use this analogy in his teachings.
这样子我们在水母电影上面看到的所有都是水。
So when we watch a water screen movie, everything that we see is water.
这个升起次第当中看到的佛菩萨，然后佛菩萨的宫殿、佛的坛城，以及各种各样东西，都是慈悲心。
So during our generation stage practice, all of the things that we visualize, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, palaces, mandalas, etc., all of these things are compassion.
它就是一个慈悲心的现象。
They are just an emanation or an appearance of compassion.
所以叫做现为灯持。
So it's for this reason that we refer to this samadhi as the samadhi of illumination.
比如说我们藏语里面就是跟能跟的能哇，跟的能哇，跟这个现象就是一个意思。
So the name of this samadhi in Tibetan is Gunnang, so all appearances, and it relates to the Xian in Qianxiang, in the Chinese name of the samadhi.
那英文里面也是吧，现象啊。
project 投射。
投射也是，投射水母电影也是投射出来的现象。
So Khenpo said that the notion of illumination or projection is also an appropriate rendering of this name.
这样子以后这是第二，第三，为什么叫做因为这个因是因果的因。
So why do we call the third samadhi the samadhi of cause? Cause here refers to the same cause of cause and effect.
这个因就是一个人诞生的时候他就逐渐的成长从诞生到逐渐的成长，从投生到逐渐的这个成长就讲这个过程，然后他先讲人这个投生的时候的这个情况所以这个叫做因。
So this samadhi corresponds with the birth of a being, their first arising, and then the gradual process of them developing into an adult. This is a gradual process, and because this samadhi begins with the birth or arising, the cause of a being, it is referred to as the samadhi of cause.
好，现在这个我们修升起次第的时候呢，比如说修本尊修这个佛的坛城还有就是佛的坛城就是佛的建筑物还有就是佛的这个分路金刚，还有就是佛呀菩萨呀，全部这观相的这个过程都是这个因为灯持都在这个当中，这个内容就比较多。
So in our generation stage practice, our visualization of our main deity, the visualization of the mandala, of various buildings and structures within that mandala, various wrathful figures, bodhisattvas, Buddhas, etc., all of this visualization corresponds with this third samadhi.
好，然后我们现在开始这个展开的讲这个因为灯持。
So I would now like to go into a broad explanation of this third samadhi, the samadhi of cause.
然后因为灯持这个是整个观想的这个过程所有观想的过程就叫做因为灯持。
So the entire visualization process belongs to this third samadhi of cause.
然后这个观想的方法有很多种观想的方法，就包括尼玛巴的这个观嘛、德嘛、伏藏里面都有很多不同的这个观想的方法。我们其中今天就给大家准备介绍其中一个方法。
As to the actual method of visualization in generation stage practice, there are a great many. even just within the Nyingma tradition, the Karma teachings and the Terma traditions all contain a great many different methods of visualization. So what I would like to do today is introduce one of these.
这个方法是这个观想的方法里面的最略的、最简单的观想的方法。
So of all of these different visualization methods, the one that I'm going to introduce today is the most distilled, most concise, most simple one.
这个观想的方法是在这个伏藏品里面莲花生大师的法密法里面多数都是这个这个是大部分的修法都是这样子。就是说莲花生大师的法里面就是有很多不同的升起次第的修法那么我们现在要给大家介绍的是大多数的这个莲花生大师的伏藏都是这样子观想观想的方法就是这样子。
So within the teachings or practices of Guru Rinpoche, there are many generation stage practices, and in the majority of them, we engage in visualization according to the manner that I am going to introduce today.
这个方法就叫做散金刚散金刚仪轨。散金刚仪轨就是金刚仪轨的意思，就是说我们的这个观想的这个步骤有3种不同的步骤，所以这个3个步骤，每一个步骤叫做金刚仪轨金刚仪轨。这个金刚仪轨就有3个不同的步骤，所以叫做3金刚仪轨。
So the name of this method is the Vajra threefold visualization ritual. And the reason that it is called the Vajra ritual is that it contains the essentially 3 visualization steps that we need to engage in, hence the name. 三金刚仪轨当中我们观想的时候刚才我们前面讲了先修空心，然后再修慈悲心，然后这2个有了以后呢，我们就可以开始修心了这个就像比如说我们有了这个水母，刚才我们讲水母电影有了这个水母，有了这个水母的时候呢，现在开始用电影机把光打到这个水点点点滴滴上面，这个时候就可以看到东西了。现在这个水幕已经形成了，已经有了。现在我们开始把光准备打在这个水幕上面一样。 So we can begin with this Vajra threefold visualization practice after we have completed meditating on emptiness and compassion as described just before. So this we can say that by having completed the emptiness and compassion meditation that our water screen is in place. We can now prepare to project light from the movie projector onto this water screen.
然后我们观想的时候呢，这个有3个步骤。
And when we do the visualizations, there are 3 steps.
第一个步骤，我们观想一个莲花座。
The first thing to do is visualize a lotus seat.
然后莲花座的上面就观想日轮和月轮。
And then we visualize a sun and moon disk on this lotus.
首先我们说一下为什么要观想一个日轮和月轮呢？
So first, let's look at why we need to visualize the sun and moon disks.
刚才我们讲到人投生这个就是针对这个人的投生到这个临终。那么人投生的时候，比如说人类投生的时候，首先是父母的精和卵结合然后呢逐渐的形成这个胎儿现在这个日和月月是白色的然后月轮，然后日轮在这个下面黄色或者红色的那么月轮就是象征我们的人投生的时候的父亲的精子，然后这个日轮就是象征我们投生的时候的这个母亲的这个卵，这样子精卵结合这个象征，这样子人就开始投生了就这个意思。
So as we addressed the period, we are looking at the period from birth or conception to the moment of death, and when conception takes place, this occurs through a fusion between a mother's egg and a father's sperm, and then gradually this takes form and turns into a sun. So here when we visualize the sun disk and the moon disk is white, and this symbolizes the father's sperm. The sun is visualized as yellow or red, and this symbolizes the mother's egg. And conception takes place through the coming together of these two things, and it's from this point onwards that a being arises. So this is the purpose of this visualization.
然后我们在这个金刚处这金刚处就是这个金刚林处，这里也有一个立体的金刚这个金刚的中心这有一个红字，大家看到了藏文的红字那么我们开始观想的时候就是要观想这个红字，但不一定观想这个金刚首先我们是必须要观想的是先是日轮，然后是月轮，在这个上面就观想一个种子字。
So we can see then that on top of the sun and moon disk we have a vajra on its end, and in the center of the vajra there is a hong syllable, and so what we then do is visualize this hong syllable. It's not necessary for us to visualize the vajra itself.
这个红字是象征什么呢？人的意识，我们的人的意识然后我们投胎的时候我们比如说一个人类投胎的时候，从物质的角度父母的精卵，这个是条件，然后从精神的角度还要投身一个意识进来这个意识进入了以后呢，然后从精神方面和物质方面的这个条件都具备了，然后这个在母胎里面呢逐渐就形成了一个胎儿刚开始的时候就是只有这几个物质父母的精卵，然后就是有人的意识，就这三个东西，没有别的父母的精卵就是用这个我们刚才讲的日轮和月轮来象征，然后我们的意识就是这个红字，你看这个红，这个上面呢没有刚才的这个金刚只是有一个这个红字就是这样子，就是观想标准的观想，就是下面是莲花， 莲花啊，在这个地方我们不需要讲它的其他的意义啊，都是观想在莲花上的。然后日轮、月轮，然后上面有一个种子字，这三个啊，父母的精暖，然后我们自己的意识啊，这三个结合了以后呢，人就投胎了啊，就是为了象征这个，这是我们的三个金刚仪轨里面的第一个。
So what this Hong syllable or character symbolizes is our consciousness. And our consciousness is considered the non-material condition necessary for our conception. So the material conditions for the conception of a human being are the egg of a mother and the sperm of a father. And in addition to these material conditions, we also need the non-material condition or factor of our consciousness. When we begin with, we just have the material conditions, and then we need the consciousness. And when these conditions come together, then a being is conceived, and then it grows into a fetus within the mother's womb. So this, when we visualize we have the moon, which symbolizes the father's sperm, the sun, which symbolizes the mother's egg, and then we have the Hong syllable, which symbolizes consciousness. And as we can see in this picture, the Hong character is visualized without the Vajra. So it's fine for us to visualize in this way. We don't need to elaborate on the symbolic meaning of the lotus seat. The main importance are the moon disk, the sun disk, and the Hong. And these together symbolize again the egg, the mother's egg, the father's sperm, and consciousness, which together result in the conception of a being. And this is the first stage of our practice according to the Vajra threefold visualization ritual.
好，这个我们就给大家介绍了三个金刚仪轨当中的其中第一今天上午我们就讲到这里。
So that is the first step within this visualization ritual, and I will leave it here for this morning's teaching.
然后我们的这个资料等一下可以拷给大家，如果需要的话可以拷给大家但是呢这个我们只能自己用自己用，大家不要发到网上。这个图是我在纽约的一个这个博物馆里面拍下来的，所以如果我们网上公开用的话可能不太适合，但自己用自己保留。
So the material that we are using in the PPT, if anyone would like a copy of it later, then they are welcome to make one. However, please only keep it for your own use. The image here on the screen was actually taken by Khenpo in an art museum in New York, and so probably not so good if he puts that online and everything.
Yeah. 好，我们最后大家一起忏悔一下，然后呢再回向。
So we are going to end this teaching this morning with some confession recitation, and then finally a dedication of merit.
花儿多结生花了，让咱罗巴子儿萨多萨玛呀玛那巴拉呀巴德萨多蒂诺巴蒂那这种没巴斯多花呀没巴斯波花没巴那罗多没巴斯了，跟马斯的没巴拉扎萨拉跟马萨没走上个罗哈哈后巴跟萨拉达达个达。Bazar ma mi manza badar ba ma samaya sadu bazar sadu samaya mana balaya badar sadu dino badira ro me pa sadu me pa sabo me pa ro saraga mazar me para zaraga maza me zo jongro o bagawa zara da da badar ma mi badar ba ma samaya sadu bazar sadu samaya mana balaya badar sadu dino badira ro me pa sadu me pa sabo me pa ro Sarvagar mazar me para zaraga maza me zo jongro o bagawa Sarada Madar Mami Mother Bama Zamaya Sado, Mother 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 Mother Sado, 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 Mother Mother Sado, Dada Simcha Damja Yi, Damzu Nyamja Ganda Jan Dani Janjo Nyamba, Damzu Nambara Da Barajo, Zonun De Damja Zumbanya, Done Nimbe, Dana Banje Jaga Nanje Valondam. Tsultrim Lodro Jo Oma Ahom Ben Zanger Ba Mas De Hong Oma Ahom Ben Zanger Ba Mas De Hong Oma Ahom Ben Zanger Ba Mas De Hong Tu Ji Che Ta Shi De Le